You know, right? Want me to go over and yell at her. I'm so proud. Two more color changes after this. So a gray and then a black again. Oh gosh, this one really good. Looks like a foot though. Can't tell me I'm wrong about that. It does. Yeah. But because of how like shallow it is, it looks more like a foot. It's the only reason. You know, once it's all said and done, it'll look better. Yeah, and see it now. It's my fault. It's alright. Let it happen. Maples. And it's adorable. It's not very loud. Don't worry. Every now and then she moves.
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What's it like to be the one that he comes to when he wants to dance? And I wonder what's the
Hey, Maple is using my back as a pillow right now. All the time. 6 loops left. Awesome. You got this. So excited that you're doing it. All the time. Anything that I am working on, my cats want to sit on. I'm slightly surprised there's not a cat trying to sit on. Well, no, earlier there was. Jack. I forget. So excited for you, Jody. You know, you've come a long way with the spinning, which is a good thing. Right? Like, it's one of those things like, oh, maybe I won't like it, or maybe I won't be good at it. And look at you. There you go. Go, Jody, go. I finished spinning this other one, this purple. Being yelled at by who? I asked her, how dare she got food already. Dueling, hello, how are you? I hope all's well in your corner of the world. Knitting a cardi tonight. Do I have a finished picture or a pattern? I have the pattern, ain't nobody else have the pattern though, except the designer. Simple pattern, but like quite elegant in the simpleness. How many sweaters are you up to for the year? You know, you know. Y'all thought I was lying? Not. This yarn is so soft. I recommend it. I don't think you can buy it yet, but I recommend it. But way back when I started crafting and selling, did I think I would get this far in my life? Where I'm knitting and crocheting for designers? No! Never on a... Oh, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Jaker? I believe? It's from... The yarn is from Jody Long. And the guy that... This designer... is married to Jody Long. So technically no, but yes. Yeah, awesome. Welcome on in. I hope all's well in your corner of the world. We're just knitting today to get this done. I mean, I have till the end of the month, and I think I'm good on that. Hopefully.
Son of a biscuit.
Oh gosh, exactly. So in a sense, yes, it's part of the brand from Jody Long. Do you want to see it? This is what it is. It's Mirasol Chusco? The finest Corriedale wool. Yes. Gorgeous. And it's so soft. Good night, buddy. I love your face. Get some sleep. Finished 5 sweaters, 4 active whips, but I have more garments and the needles as well. Awesome. I'm so excited for you. Yarn Kel will never touch. Yeah, I guess. Oh, are you looking for him? Did he not tell you night-night? Sorry. I mean, I've been using more expensive yarn for wearables lately myself. So there's that. It's worth it, though. I should put more patterns up on my site, huh? Figure. Also, if you're a subscriber to my Twitch channel, you get a discount over in my shop. The big discount? No, I can't do that because then, you know, I still get my worth out of my materials. Oh gosh. Welcome back, Sam. Sam's happy that the screaming goat is working. Yeah, they started working about an hour ago? Or so? Excuse me. Still might change over. I'm
Son
not.
of a biscuit.
Exactly. I agree, Jody. Exactly. Could be. Did you mess up? Don't tell me you messed up. What's up, Maple? Trapped. Are you trapped by Asta? The hovers earlier was like, well, if Maple was something else, I can't remember. You'd be full grown at this side. Being clawed. Asta, we don't claw the one that feeds you. Just saying. No understand. What was the other puppies you were looking at, Hovers? The other puppies. Cavapoo. If Maple was a Cavapoo, she would have been full grown at this size. I do speak Indiana Jones. And sarcasm. I wonder if the guy realized it was me again that he called. That was so funny. Next time I should be like, I speak Lightning McQueen, ka-chow. Just for baby girl. Herb! Hello, how are you? I hope all's well in your corner of the world. Herb, I was trolling scammers earlier. All is well, yay! I told them that I spoke Indiana Jones and sarcasm. It was funny. They hung up on me both times. I don't know why. I know, I agree. Just sighed in my ear. Well, I like answering the phone on them. And I love that my phone tells me suspected scam. Because then I'm prepared. That is a very majestic clip of mine that you got there, Jody. I approve. 10 out of 10. That is going on social media tomorrow. That one there. What happens when scammers call? This. I feel like, and at Jody is crafting. Clip this of my channel. And then sit here and giggle all the way. I wonder how long this is so far, because after this section, I just knit in smaller stripes. Until a specific length. But I tell people I'm fluent in bad English, sarcasm, and crafting talk. I'm not wrong. Gonna start sniffing my hair here because I put it down. Oh, Isabella, how was karate? I hope it was good. Oh, what was that, me? Weird. Again. You're free! Yay! Asta, you move. Hello, Maple. Hello. Dinner was pancakes and bacon. Awesome. It's exciting. Yeah, we're getting far on it. I have to admit that. Chilling, knitting, checking on the pupper dog. Yeah, she's a much hair again, and that's alright because I bought a bigger chair so she can sit in it. With me. And without me, let me tell you. Sometimes she wants to be in it when I'm, like, up doing stuff. Ooh, Costco stuff. Awesome! Aw, thank you, Leonie. We don't have a Costco around here, but BJ's recently opened in February, and that's my go-to place, and I don't even complain about it. Crafting, maybe change into a game. You look so sleepy. I think I know. Ew. So Maple kind of yells at me if it's past 10:30 and I'm not going to bed yet. Well, putting her to bed yet. Kiki, hello. No, I am redoing it. I am. You want to see? My hair is down for now. It's all right. So I changed my storage. I bought new storage. So much better, easier to find stuff. Got rid of the cat tree because the cat tree was falling apart. And then next up is I gotta clean this table and that table. This table, I think I'm gonna skedaddle out of here. I'm not sure. And then that shelf back there is gonna turn onto this wall. And then I'll have all that open so that I can get my bins with my finished stuff in. So not clean, just reorganizing. Apparently. I would if the cats wouldn't climb over it. All over it. That's the only problem with that. But on that back wall, all my displays are gonna go. Well, most of them. Focus. Thank you, camera. So hopefully tomorrow I can clean up over there and get that shelf turned. Hubber said that he'll help me, which is good. How long did it take? Oh. So the storage took me quite a few hours on Friday. And then I had to order another set. So I'm finally almost done putting everything back in those. But it's nice because each cube comes apart. Well, not apart, comes off. So if I want to just take one down and rearrange that one, it's awesome. I got it off of Amazon. They seem really expensive, but you get 3 of the cubes for the price. If you want, I can grab the link. And there's different sizes. These are the biggest ones. They're 90 gallons. So if you want the link, just let me know. I'll put it here in chat. But still, about half of them are fabric and the other half are yarn. I still have room in one of these that I'm gonna put the cross-stitch stuff in again. Hubbers does great research for me. And don't get me wrong, I loved the old storage, but like they would fall apart, the back would pop off, or one of the cats would be on top and the top would fall down, stuff like that. For your fabric? Yeah. Oh, look! Oh, my sheep's back! When did he come back? Like, what is going on, Twitch? Like, hello? I did put... Hey, yeah, hello. Oh, no. Ear infection is terrible. I hope you feel better soon. Heya? Heya will be like, oh, you better report. Heya, my mail carrier yesterday was not the same one as today. But the one yesterday... Oh, gosh. Woo! Thank you for the goat. My mail carrier yesterday put my mail in my neighbor's mailbox and hers in mine, but dropped it on the ground from my mailbox and then told me, oh, are you sure that's not yours? And then he's like, oh, I messed up. Please don't report me. My dude, I have had mail delivered next door and she opens it and throws it out or burns it. My dude. I'm glad that he let me know, because then I could go swap for my mail. Yeah. Yeah, it was a credit card offer. Not that I need a credit card. Right? Please don't report me. My dude. Hi, Stormy. Yeah, she does. She does. A couple years ago, Birdie's Crossing sent me fabric. For, I want to say Q-snap things, right? And it was delivered next door. How this lady thought it was for her? She does not order from Michael's or Joann's or anything. But yeah, and my address was all over it. Yeah, she opened it up and she was gonna throw it in her burn pile. A baby girl was there, and baby girl's like, no, that's my mother's. Yeah. Look up random sharp. Ooh, yuck. Comes and goes. Yuck. Pressure that really hurts. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Yeah. Totally not awesome about that. And, you know, accidents do happen. I know that. But for my stuff, always getting, like, sent everywhere else except here, it annoys me. That's why I have informed delivery. Other people's packages you have to take, so yeah. You can sign a package for your next door neighbor, because, oh, yes. That's awesome, though. It'd be opening, right? Even if it's in their mailbox or on their porch. It's illegal, and yeah. Ooh, Stormy, I need details. I mean, Stormy's used to my mail stories. I have them every so often. It's been a minute, though. I forgot how to knit there. The phone delivered, it said bushes, which was fair, honestly, because we live in an apartment and we weren't home. Maintenance guys grabbed it, brought it to the office, and did not. Oh my gosh, why wouldn't they inform you? Or at least inform, like, somebody to let you know. Yeah. Weird. Have you been Amazon, FedEx, take pictures, like your dress form, went next to, oh yeah, luckily saw the pic, went and got it, yep. Yeah, right? Oh yeah, my phone was not cheap either. I totally feel that. People in your route will let you know if you made a mistake, but man, the horror stories, yeah. I mean, Taya, if you're here for any length of time, like, you've heard some of mine. Like, when one of my packages were delivered in Texas? Like, hello? Texas? That's not even in the same time zone, let alone state. And that was USPS. Like, chaotic. Man, you know, we might still do it. What do we think? So when we read out, do we want art, crafting, or gaming? Because I have one of each that I would rate into. So many mail, right? Like, it's chaotic. Y'all know I've been streaming for almost 5 years. I did not think it was that long. Like, hello? Where'd the time go? I started in 2019. 2024. What? 5-year affiliate anniversary is coming up in, I think, August? Biased Sue chat stream. Aww. Really? Aww. Cup of Joe was my first creative follow. And then, Totally Rad Jess was my first makers and crafting, and then 9.5. And Lumi Celine. Oh, Blapple just started. Okay, can we do like a 3-minute poll? Legally not allowed to repeat. Yeah, I don't blame you. But isn't it weird how many horror stories there are? Like, how is it this bad? Are you serious? Aw, I appreciate that. Gaming, art, or crafting? Lumi was yours because somehow you wound up with streamers Discord from a different crafting Discord, saw someone streaming a Pokemon Crested. Yeah, Lumi's gonna finish that in March. Of what year, we're not sure yet, but definitely March. That is all. I think that's gonna be a forever joke until it's done. Thank you. Through Ultra. Yeah, probably. Ultra is amazing. Oh gosh, that's a... Aw, I'm sorry, Stormy. Go, go, go! Do it. Did you really? I am here for that. I am. 10 out of 10. I approve. Let me guess, Stormy, there's no downtime. Like, I can only watch Lumi because I'm on the East Coast, and she's on when I get home. Like, she's on before I get home, but yeah. Bag of 40. Yo, just want to get back into crafting time. Ooh, reupholstered your dining room chairs. I am here for that.